Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to Pop and Culture Podcast, episode 225. I'm Adrian.
I'm Jay.
We're back for another week of comic book, TV, movies, video games podcast if you get around to it. Definitely Dragon Con discussion.
I have some alcohol news that I would like to discuss.
Okay, I like news. I like alcohol.
All right, there we go.
Speaking of alcohol, what do we got here?
Well, so literally we're damn near out of original ideas of what to drink. Like, we had an idea. We talked about it last week. We were going to start an exploration of Japanese whiskey.
Yes.
We're not going to start an exploration of Japanese whiskey.
We are not.
Because I went to the fucking store today, and the bottle I was looking at buying was $90 pre-tax.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's just a higher end. I'll go for a low. The lowest one I saw that is not one that we've done on the show before, $55 pre-tax. And I'm like, no, we're not at a point.
I was at Proper and Earnest, and I was actually going to buy you a bottle of Japanese whiskey for your birthday. And same thing, I'm like, do you have any under 75? And the dude just looked at me like, the fuck do you want, man?
Yeah.
So.
Like, apparently Japanese whiskey is the new scotch.
But scotch is scotch, and it's
Yeah,
delightful.
I mean, it is.
Like,
Yeah,
why
it is. So
shit ain't broke.
Instead, I'm like, well, fuck it. Let's have some Irish coffee.
Let's have some Irish coffee.
So, and my thinking was, I started actually going through the liqueurs aisle.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, well, we've done tons of whiskey. We've done some vodkas. We've done some gins. We've done some tequilas. What else? We've done lots of fucking beer. What else is there? At this point, it's like mixers. And I don't want to drink a straight mixer, although I have been known to do that in my time.
Every now and then you need it.
So I'm like, okay, well, fuck. There's some Irish cream. Let's do Irish coffee. But I did not get Bailey's, which is everybody's go-to for Irish coffee.
It is
and
absolutely.
You were even surprised when you saw this bottle a minute
Yes,
ago.
I've actually never had this
Okay.
before. I've always had Bailey's, or is it O'Malley's is the other one?
Yeah, O'Malley's. And they're both fine. I would say those are like the Jim Beams of...
Okay.
It's still Irish whiskey, or it's still Irish cream. It's still alcohol. You're still going to get the same effect. But I've had this one a few times. This is Carolans. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it is, to me, it's a little bit higher quality.
Okay.
It's not that much more expensive. So I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. And we mix that. So we've got our coffee.
Got our coffee.
We've got, did you do equal parts?
I did equal parts.
So traditional, your mix is your coffee, your Irish whiskey, and your Irish cream. So we've got equal parts of Jameson Caskmates and the Carolans Irish cream.
Correct, because I wanted to use an Irish whiskey. This is the last of my Irish whiskey, so I'm just going to buy another bottle.
I literally have no whiskey at home. I finished off all of my whiskey.
I'm
I'm going home with a bottle. It's a consolation.
You're going home
prize.
for a bottle.
Is this a insulated glass?
It is not an insulated glass.
So we got to drink these quick?
Nah, it's going to be fine. It's
Okay.
still warm in the house, so whatever.
That's true.
And it's etched glass. It's Assassin's Creed etched glass.
I see that.
Yeah, I actually have a drink for next week too.
Okay.
I demoed one this afternoon.
Okay.
It was good. I liked it.
Drink it in the afternoon, huh?
All right, it was like 4 o'clock.
All right, fair enough. Cheers. Yeah.
It's an Irish whiskey.
There
You're
it
right
is.
though. I do like the cream.
Yeah. It's
not as sugary.
I was gonna
as
say
Bailey's.
it's Bailey's is very, very sweet. This isn't as sweet. You get the cream flavor still, but I almost went with, which this wouldn't be an Irish coffee. They had the bourbon cream there, which I don't know if you've had bourbon cream before.
No.
So, it's obviously the same concept as the Irish cream, but you get the bourbon flavor in it, so you don't have to put. I mean, you can still put whiskey in it, but you just kind of get that already.
Interesting. So this isn't made with sugar. It's made with honey.
Yeah, naturally sweetened with honey instead of refined white sugar.
Oh, refrigerate after opening. Always replace caps securely. All right, good to know.
Always a good tip on your cream.
All right, it was good. I like it.
All right, there you go.
Speaking of drinks, so I was in Atlanta for
You were.
Dragon Con.
That's a thing.
I did not get to have any torched hops.
Okay, that's fine.
I did try a local brewery called Sweetwater.
I had some of their beers at other bars, and what did I have? I had their IPA, I think, which I'm not an IPA guy, but that one was okay for me.
I had their brown ale.
Okay.
And I had their
Did you have
pale
the 420?
ale. Yeah, the 420, their pale ale.
Yeah.
I liked the 420 more than I liked the brown ale. The brown ale was fine.
Okay.
I tried a local Scotch ale so bad I don't remember the name. So bad.
I don't think I had any Scotch ales down there, so I don't know.
I went to a steakhouse one night for dinner because it got to the point where I was like, you know what I want? I want a salad. That's what I fucking want for dinner. Granted, I still had a piece of fried chicken on my way to get the salad.
Well, absolutely.
I went to Gus's, the fried chicken place, so much. I walked in, the waitress was like, oh, hey, baby, what you want? Your usual?
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
So, here's my question, though. Did you do the lemon pepper while you were there?
Nope.
No lemon pepper, really?
Could not get around to it. Now, I'll explain why once I get to my Dragon Con section.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think I tried any fun alcohol.
I went to Gus's so much that when I placed my to-go order to take on the plane with me for lunch, I ordered the 3-piece, which is 2 wings and a breast.
Yeah.
Anyone's wondering why I got 2 packages? It was just 3 huge breasts.
Oh, nice.
Like, they knew it was my last. She's like, here you go. They threw in a piece of pie.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it was.
So, was Gus's close to the convention center?
It was across the street from my hotel.
Okay.
So
I figured there was some sort of proximity there.
So let's talk about Dragon Con real
All right,
fast.
let's
While
do
we
it,
get to it.
since
For
we're
those of
already
you who don't know, I'm going to set these down.
Okay.
Dragon Con has celebrated its 31st anniversary this year.
Okay.
I mean, that is a long-running show.
It is.
And like all Comic Cons, it started in a hotel, a ballroom of a hotel.
Absolutely.
And they outgrew the hotel, and the hotels are connected by walkways.
Yeah.
So they just got another hotel.
Right.
And then another hotel, and then another hotel. It never moved to a convention center. They just went from hotel to hotel.
Okay.
Accumulating this mass. So where we were was the Marriott, which is where all the celebrities were.
Okay.
That's like where the bottom floor was photo ops, the floor above was signings, and the floor
Sure.
of that was the top tier signings.
Okay.
The vendors were 7 blocks away.
Whoa. That is a hike.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that affect the numbers on either side, or people just, that's what they're used to, so they make the walk?
That's just what, when you go to Dragon Con, that is what you expect,
Wow.
and that's what you do.
Okay.
What you really do at Dragon Con is drink.
Well, yes.
So it is a party convention.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Oh.
Well, no, I knew that. But what I did not know was that the hotel I was staying in, because that's where our show was at, our portion of the show, is the party hotel.
Oh, really?
Now is it the party hotel? There's no floors. From the lobby to the ceiling, it's all open air so it's like imagine a reverse pyramid.
Yeah. Okay.
So as the party's raging at 4 a.m.,
Oh.
you hear it in your fucking room. And
Okay.
it drove me crazy. And these people were savages. If any of you are listening, 1, I hope you don't recognize me. You probably don't. 2, you're fucking savages. My hotel hires, or not hires, but I guess brings on 12 extra people per shift whose sole job it is to walk the floors and just pick up garbage off the ground.
Oh, that's terrible.
I saw
clean
people
up after yourself.
I saw people pissing on the floor.
What?
Like literally, so the next morning I was up at 6, so I
Okay.
would go get breakfast at 6:30. So before house cleaning got to finish it, you would see broken bottles with booze spilling everywhere.
Jeez.
You saw fucking towels full of Lord knows what on the floor, cigarette burns in the carpet. Like these people are fucking savages.
That's terrible. Like, have some fucking respect. At some point, these hotels are gonna get tired of having to replace this shit every year, and they're just gonna say, "No, we're not doing it anymore."
I don't know, because I do know that they fucking hike the prices up for Dragon Con.
I'm sure, but at some point, you're gonna stop finding people that are willing to do that cleanup.
Maybe they also don't clean the rooms.
Oh,
They don't do housekeeping service.
that's terrible.
They'll do it upon request, but they won't do traditional housekeeping services.
All right, I'm out. I'm not going to Dragon Con. I don't think I could handle that shit.
Like, it was fine for me because I talked to the front desk when I got there, and I was all like, look it, man, can you get me a quiet room? Can you do this? And they're like, are you not here to attend? I'm like, here to work and sleep.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we'll get you as high as possible so it'll be as quiet as possible. If you would like, we will have your room serviced every day, because they know, they're like, okay, you're not one of them.
Right.
You're very clearly respectable. We will do our traditional service for you upon request. I was like, nope, I don't need it. Like, that's fine. You guys come in once to change the towels. Otherwise, I'm fine. Look, I don't get a new towel every day at my home. I don't need a new towel every day at the hotel.
It's true. Yeah.
Plus, I felt bad. Like, these people have enough fucking going on.
Right. Yeah, that does not sound that exciting.
So it's disappointing because literally, generally photo ops, you get a couple hours where you don't do it in the morning. And you're definitely done by like 4 or 5, so you get to go to the show floor and whatnot. We started before the show opened every day, and we ended after the show closed every day. So I literally saw nothing but my little world.
That's terrible.
Yeah. It's weird, too, because as I say they're savages and they're disgusting, they're filthy, they're also probably some of the nicest attendees.
Oh, really?
Most courteous and appreciative. We get the most positive Facebook feedback, Twitter feedback, and in person, like, appreciative from DragonCon than we do anywhere else.
Wow.
So I don't understand the dichotomy there.
Yeah, that's weird.
I really don't get it.
Huh.
And everyone who works over the show, who runs the show, they're all sweetest people. Very sweet, very kind people. So I don't know when that attendee goes from being, thank you very much, I appreciate it, you guys were great, to I'm just going to piss in this corner because the wait to the restroom's too fucking long.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen some weird shows, but I've not seen that.
Yeah, like it is bad.
Okay.
So, DragonCon.
Yay.
Yay. All
right.
Yay. But it does mean I did not get to watch a lot of TV.
Okay, that's fair. What did you get to watch?
I'm caught up on season 3 of Rick and Morty.
Okay. Episode 7 is Friday?
Episode 7. Are you caught up?
Oh, no. It's on my watch list, so it shows up on my calendar now.
This is probably the darkest of all the seasons.
Okay.
Like, shit has gotten really bleak. Shit has gotten dark. And they tell you right from episode 1. Like, Rick goes on this whole spiel talking to Morty how, he kicked Jerry out of the family, and this is going to be the darkest. They're going to be the most adventurous. Like, he tells you.
Okay.
And sure enough, it's true. But it's been real fun.
I did see a picture of somebody cosplaying as Pickle Rick.
There were so many Pickle Ricks there.
Now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So the premise of Pickle Rick was Beth divorced Jerry, the dad.
Okay.
And the family was going to counseling. And Rick did not want to go to counseling, so he turned himself into a pickle.
Okay.
And he set up this whole, like, crazy thing where, like a Rube Goldfarb device where there was a needle that was going to drop down on him in 15 minutes and turn him back to human.
Okay.
After they all left for therapy.
Got it.
But instead, Beth took the needle.
Oh, no.
So then he's now stuck as a pickle.
Okay. And is this ongoing?
So he's stuck as a pickle, and he's got to figure out how to turn to human before he dies.
Okay.
So he rolls off of the bench, and then a cat attacks him, and he falls into the sewer. He gets attacked by a cockroach, but bites off its head, rips off its brain, and realizes if he pushes on certain parts of the brain, the cockroaches move its legs. So he took a bunch of cockroach brains around him with their jointed legs and would, hit him with their tongue so their arms would move. And then he would do the same thing to rats, so he got bigger. And then eventually he started doing it to different creatures. So he got big enough where he could then manipulate hands and stuff to, turn himself back human.
Okay.
Yeah, Pickle Rick.
Wow.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Okay. I'll get to it eventually.
It's not as funny as Tiny Rick, but...
Okay.
But it's funny.
So you caught up on Rick and Morty?
Caught up on Rick and Morty. I'm caught up on Raw and SmackDown.
Okay.
Because you got to be, right?
Sure.
Got to be. That's how addictions work, my friends. Yeah, nothing special to say about either of those.
Okay.
And then the other thing I did was binge watch probably about an hour and 45 minutes worth of Young Bucks and Kenny Omega highlights on YouTube.
Wow.
Not all at once, just different, sporadically,
Sure.
10 minutes here,
yeah.
20 minutes there.
Yeah.
And I got to say, goddamn, are those boys impressive. I knew Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks were impressive, right? To give you an idea, they do this move where you know what a tombstone pile driver
Absolutely.
is, right? So one guy picks him up for the tombstone while on the floor, not on the mat, but on the floor.
Okay.
Down off the ring. While the other guy gets on the top turnbuckle, jumps in the air, does a couple flips, and as he lands, grabs the other guy's hand and pushes him down as the other one tombstones him.
Oh, jeez.
Now, for those of you who don't understand, the tombstone has been outlawed.
Yeah.
In
Very dangerous.
in traditional like WWE.
Right.
Because too many people became paralyzed from this.
Isn't that how? No, Draw's got the pedigree.
No, Draw's got the tombstone.
Was it the tombstone?
It was the tombstone.
Okay.
So not only are they tombstoning somebody, not in the ring where there's give, but on the padded concrete, there's a guy who's doing a flip and then landing on you for extra torque, pushing you down.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
You watch it, you're just like, holy shit. And then they did it when one was jumping off of the ladder.
Oh, jeez.
And you're like, the fuck is wrong with... Oh, my God. It's
I mean, you got to do something to get those crowds in there, though. You don't have the cachet of the WWE.
You don't. And their contract is up in about a year.
And then they're going to WWE.
Maybe. Like, I was listening to an article... not an article, but I was listening to a podcast with them. And they're like, look, we're doing really well right now. Both monetarily speaking, Ring of Honor requires us to be gone like 3 days... Like 15 days out of a month, right?
Okay.
Like kind of 3 days at a time.
Sure.
WWE requires you to be gone 6 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week.
Okay.
And they're like, look, we both got kids, we got family.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
right now we're not hurting for anything. Like, this may not be for us. And I respect that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's been all my watching.
Okay.
What about you?
I watched some things.
You watched some things? Did you watch some stuff or just
I
things?
did. No,
Okay.
I mean, some things and some stuff.
Damn. All
I
right.
covered the things and the stuff.
I'm glad to hear that.
All right, finished season 2 of Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
It's a fucking great show. I love this show. And I got past having to watch it with my wife. I got the blessing that, now just go ahead, whatever.
Okay.
Finished season 1 of Ozark.
Oh, okay. And how'd you...
It's a fucking great show.
Is it really?
It is.
So add it to the watch list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only one season out so far. It's 10 episodes. And there's shit that happens in pretty much every episode where you're like, fuck, I did not see that coming. But damn, that's a good plot twist.
And Jason Bateman does well.
He does.
Okay.
As a straight, like, non-comedic character, he does really well. So I watched that. I got through one more episode of the first season of Great Food Truck Race. It was the Fort Worth, Texas episode. The crepe truck gets eliminated because you're in the middle of Fort Worth and you've got all these
barbecue. Yeah.
The fuck is a crepe?
It's a really thin pancake.
Yeah, right. A couple more episodes to beat Bobby Flay. Finished season 6 of Entourage today.
Okay.
So I got 2 episodes in or 2 seasons in a movie left of that. It was the season that had Jamie Lynn Sigler on it.
Jamie Lynn Sigler.
She was the Meadow Soprano.
Oh yeah.
Turtle dates. Yeah. So that was pretty funny to watch.
Okay.
Yeah. We finished season 1 of The Path. We watched episode 1 of season 2, and that's when stuff starts getting really weird. Apparently, like the religion or whatever, the movement is real, or some weird shit's happening.
Okay.
So we'll keep watching that. And then
yeah, keep watching The Path. You're just be like, the fuck just happened.
Well, so the end of season 1, I think it is when Eddie starts having the weird visions of the snake, and then
the leader, Doc.
Yeah, Doc dies. Steve, whatever his name is, dies, and then the shaman gets killed.
Yep.
Like all that weird shit. So,
season 2, weirder.
Well, so like I said, we started episode 1 of season 2, and we're like, this is fucking weird. So we've got, I think it's 13 episodes in that season, so we've got like 12 more to watch. The other show we watched was season 2 of Foursome. And I talked to you about Foursome when we watched season 1. It was one of those YouTube Red originals.
Oh.
This is a fucking hilarious show. So like I said, I talked about this when I watched season 1, which was, I think, about a year ago. I don't even know now. It's about this girl in high school. She's like a sophomore in high school. She got a very overprotective older brother, so she doesn't get to date much. And she's got her group of friends. But season 2 is fucking hilarious. There were so many episodes where the wife and I were just busting up laughing. And
really?
Now we're like referencing it in conversation.
Okay.
So if you, I mean, there's definitely ways to watch it without paying for YouTube Red, and I encourage you to go find those ways. I think that would be a good show for you and the wife to watch.
Okay.
I think you'd both
I'll
get
look
a kick
into
out
it.
of that. So, and that's my TV.
That's your TV. Okay. Let's talk about, before we get to movies, some video games.
Okay.
So
you did not get to go to PAX this year.
No. so upset by that.
Don't be.
I am.
Okay.
Did you go to PAX?
I did not. But I got a coworker who's a real big gamer. Like, that's all he does outside of work. And he was telling me about it. And
So I had a high expectation for this year's PAX.
Okay.
One, there's like 5 big titles that I'm interested coming out by the holiday season.
okay.
I thought the Switch would be there in full force. Yep, I heard not. I heard Microsoft really brought it, though. I heard everyone was like, Microsoft really
Okay.
brought it. I wanted to see some Assassin's Creed Origins stuff, which I hear did not deliver at the show.
That's what I heard also.
Ubisoft really focused on all their other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know PlayStation focused only on their VR.
Yep.
I'm also really the new Shadows of Mordor. Super excited for that game.
Okay.
Love that game. Can't wait. But really, still disappointed I didn't go to PAX.
Okay.
It's been a tradition. So really what happened is my buddy Joe after last year's like, hey, I don't think I can go all 4 days next time. I'm only going to go one day.
Right.
So the opportunity to go to Dragon Con came up. So I had the opportunity to go spend some money at PAX or make about $1,500 by going to Dragon Con.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm going to take the money.
Absolutely.
After I decided that, after my plane ticket's been purchased, Joe's like, hey, turns out I'm actually going to do all 4 days. I'm in. I'm all like, well, I already did Dragon Con, but all right, at least I don't have to buy 4 days worth of tickets. And then I get a text message. Hey, I didn't tell you there's a Pro Pass on hold with your name.
Oh.
Come on, people.
What?
People, you're killing me. Killing me.
You know, that Pro Pass could have been changed into somebody else's name.
I think it was used for somebody else.
Okay.
But then I get another message from somebody. Do you need an exhibitor pass for PAX? Fuck you. Fuck you, people. You know what's going to happen? Next year, I'm like, I'm going to PAX. Who's got something for me?
Nobody.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Dick bags.
Yeah, because most of our connections are gone now.
So the people who had both of it are old connections. The one who offered the exhibitor pass, I haven't talked to him since last PAX.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then my pro badges, he's
Yeah.
my supplier for everything.
Right. Yeah. So, I'm serious. You should slip my name in there though, because I mean, I'll take a free pass any day of the week.
Right.
Yeah.
So, remind me, are you going to rent? You want to go to RentCon for a day?
When is that again?
Not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, right?
Yeah, because I mean, what else am I gonna? I'll swing through IKEA on my way back.
And I need to go to IKEA anyways. Like
There
this
you
is what
go.
we call a twofer.
All right. So we're taking the S10.
No, we'll take Jess's SUV.
That's a good call.
I want to make sure we can get back.
It's true.
The S10's only guaranteed for one way.
It's always a miracle when it makes it both ways.
So what I did play is I got Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Okay.
I know half of what you just said.
You know Mario.
That's the half.
And you know the word battle.
Well, yes.
Okay, do you know what a kingdom is? Kinda?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the land a king supervises.
Right.
Okay, that's a kingdom.
Yeah. It's what Daenerys is trying to take over.
That's
right?
the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And she's doing it by having sex with her nephew.
Yeah, that's how.
Because it's his kingdom.
You know, G.I. Joe, half the battle. Knowing was half the battle. The knowing was who was your family, so you don't promote incest. That's the knowing they're referring to.
I didn't talk about last. Did I talk about last week's Preacher?
No, but go ahead real fast.
When they reveal that there is the 24th great grandson of Christ still alive.
No.
Did you ever read the book?
No.
Okay, so, I mean that's part of the actual book is that there's actually a lineage directly traced back to Christ because
Sure.
it turns out he knocked up Mary Magdalene before he jumped on the cross.
Well, and I'm sure Mary had other kids besides him, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
come on.
He's a fucking retard. Like, because 26 generations of inbreeding. It's hilarious. His name's Humperdew because that's all he can say. It's great. Anyways, okay. So
Mario Rabbids. So Rabbids is a game by Ubisoft about these rabid rabbits, essentially. They're
okay. I
they're
was gonna say
fucking-
I think I've seen.
Yeah, they're fucking
something-
crazy, right?
Yeah.
I've never played any of the Rapid games, but I'm like, it's a new Mario game. I need a new game for my Switch.
Sure.
Like, at a certain point, I can't keep playing Zelda. I will. I'm at 189 hours,
Oh my god.
right?
I've never put that many hours into any game. Period.
I'm really good at math, like formulaic and solving everything else, but I'm not good at just doing the math in my head.
Okay.
I don't want to know how many days that is. I'm going to live in my blissful ignorance. I refuse to do the math. because I'm going to see it and just be like,
It's
oh, God.
really, it's not as bad as you think.
I know, but
And I only
still.
know that because I frequently calculate the number of days of TV that I watch.
Sure.
Yeah.
So 189 hours of that. So it's Mario plus Rabbids. This is actually a very big deal for Nintendo. It's the first game that Mario ever uses a gun.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the whole premise is it starts off in our world.
Okay.
And there's a scientist, and she's fiddling with this invention she has. And the way the invention works is she puts it on, and what her right eye sees and her left eye sees merges together into one.
Isn't that how normal vision works?
No, like
Okay.
it literally creates this item.
Oh,
So if I
okay.
had the pen next to a glass and I looked at them at the same time, it would form a pen glass.
Oh, okay.
And
I
now
see what
it's
you're saying.
in the real world.
Got it.
So she has an AI that's talking to her while she's doing this stuff. And her room's like fucking covered in Nintendo swag.
Okay.
So, and she's literally humming the Mario theme song as she's doing the work. And she's like, well, I'm going to go get lunch. And she sets it down and she leaves to get lunch. And then the Rabbids teleport in and start just fucking around with stuff. Because they're just these destructive little forces. One of them puts on the helmet and starts looking at like the Mario posters and the other Rabbids. So it's like mixing them together. And they end up finding a way to do that. And they transport to the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario's world.
Right.
And they just start fucking with Mario's world.
Okay.
So the whole point is you're Mario. You also have Rabbid Peach with you. So it's not real Peach. And you have Rabbid Luigi with you.
I mean, isn't he a little rabbit anyway?
A little bit.
Uh,
And you're going through the kingdom trying to set it right. And then trying to find the one who has the visor so you can make everything okay. So as it turns out, the gun doesn't kill them. It transports them back to where they belong.
okay.
So that's how they got around him using a gun. It doesn't actually kill them. It transports them.
I read Final Crisis. I know how this works.
Yeah. Time bullets.
Mhm.
Same thing.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
The battles are difficult enough where you really have to strategize, but not so hard that I get frustrated while playing.
Okay.
The storyline in itself is a little weak. It's all about exploring the world, and they did a great job with this world.
Okay.
There's a lot of humor in it that kids will not understand.
As it should be.
Yeah. And so one of them was, so as you're walking around this world, like the statues are all different and whatnot. And you see one of the Rabbids, and he's sitting on one of those green tubes.
Yeah.
And he's reading, and the plaque underneath says, Steve's building a log cabin.
Yeah.
And then the little voice is like, I don't even understand what that means. And then you just carry on.
Okay.
But if you stop and look around, one, you notice there's a roll of toilet paper by his feet. So you're like, okay, so the log cabin they're talking about is him taking a shit.
Right, yeah.
Like, that's really funny that
Yeah.
they put that in this game.
Okay.
But kids aren't really going to get it.
No.
Because when the AI tells you, I don't know what that means, kids are just going to be like, I don't know either. Let's go about our day.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff like that throughout the game where you're just like, that's super funny.
Okay.
So finding those things is fun, and the battles are clever enough where it keeps me entertained.
Sure.
I can play the game for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
But that's great. That's the point of my Switch, is when I have it in hand, I'm going to do something for 20 minutes, and I got to go do something else.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. The other game I want to talk about, I talked about when it first came out about a year ago. It's called Recore. So the big deal about Recore was it was a game that you could purchase anywhere. Like, you just go purchase it at Xbox and you get a disc.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Xbox, but like Best Buy. You would
Sure.
get a disc for your Xbox. But if you bought it from the Microsoft Store, you could play it on any Windows device and your Xbox.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And
I
it
remember
would
this
save your file.
Yeah, I remember
so
this
I
now.
could stop playing on my Xbox, open up my laptop, and it would literally be right where I was.
now. Okay.
The other ingenious part about that is it only loaded the levels you were currently in. So
Okay.
the download for this game was maybe 4 gigs.
Okay.
Which is, that's amazing for
Right.
how beautiful this game looked. A lot of people were very unhappy with Recore. They were happy with it in its conception. They didn't think it executed well enough.
Okay.
Because the load time was about 2 minutes to load a level. Level took about 45 minutes to get through, but it was still a 2-minute load time. And I get, fine, that's probably annoying. But think about it. It's because it's loading it all cloud-based.
Yeah.
There's very minimal going on your hard drive.
Right.
So there's other things that people were upset by. So they just released the definitive edition, which cuts the load time by about 70%.
Okay.
fixes a couple of the glitches and adds new missions that people, apparently they just wanted to give everybody new missions because they weren't super happy with it.
Sure.
So generally when they release a definitive edition, Game of the Year edition, all that stuff, you don't get it for free. So let's say I have Shadows of Mordor #1, the original release.
Okay.
Then they released the Game of the Year edition, which had 2 extra missions in it.
Right.
Then they released the definitive edition, which had everything, including the weapons you can only get as DLC.
Okay.
But if you had the first one, you got to pay to get all that other stuff.
Yep.
Record definitive edition? Nope, it's yours. When you open Record, it just automatically installs the new edition.
That's amazing.
Free of charge.
That's how every game should be.
So now I'm getting to play. I've put in about another hour and a half into unplayed levels of Recore, and I'm like remembering, oh yeah, I loved the shit out of this game. So I think that's genius that they're doing that.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Gears of War and a couple of their other games, and I know for a fact, because I've talked to people, that Microsoft is going to move away from traditional consoles.
Right.
And they're going to try to make everything go along this way. And I think that's genius. You'd be happy to know the Switch is the first console I have where I've decided I'm going to go 100% digital on it.
Fantastic.
I only have 3 cartridges because they were given to me.
Sure.
And those are the only ones I'm going to have cartridge edition.
Well, and because, to me it makes sense, especially with the games media. Because, and you and I have talked about this before with the Xbox One. You download the game, you purchase it from the Xbox Live Store, you download it, you play it. Great, now I beat it. I still own it, but I'm going to delete it off the hard drive. Now it's not taking up any space. If I ever want to go play it again, I just re-download it.
Right.
And my save is still there.
Yes. The difficulty with Microsoft and Nintendo with all of these is if you break their terms and agreement, you lose everything, and you don't get it back.
Right. But based on their terms and agreement, if you're just going and playing the games, you never have to worry about that.
Agreed.
It's when you're playing live and you start, using racial slurs against the 12-year-olds that are beating you in Halo. That's when you get banned. That's when you break the TNS.
That's very true. So for the Switch, I bought a SD card.
Okay. The 400 gigabyte Samsung card?
No, it's not out yet.
I know, but fucking ridiculous.
That's just shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Like, I'm looking at these phones now that take up to 256. I'm like, what the hell am I going to put on my phone that's going to take up that much space?
And I bought a 256
Did you really?
card for the Switch. It was an Amazon deal of the day, $32.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm all like done.
What brand is it?
It is SanDisk.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Like, killer deal.
That is a crazy... all right.
Like, and it was one of the lightning deals, and when I saw it, it was at like 9... I would have told you about it. It was at 98%, and I'm like, by the time I send that message out, these are going to be gone.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Anyways.
So, So, Mario Rabbids and Record Definitive Edition.
Okay. Cool.
Before we go to comic books...
I have something even else before we go to comic books.
And movies.
But what you were talking about is movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched one movie.
What'd you watch?
Degrassi Goes Hollywood.
No, that's not a movie. That's a TV show.
No, this was a movie.
Was it a made-for-TV movie?
Well, sure, but it's still a movie.
Yeah, you're right. It has TV and movie.
Lifetime's been doing this shit for 35 years. It's
fair.
So all this is, it's a gap between season 8 and 9 that kind of explains away some of the characters who had gone off to college and we weren't seeing them as much, and they needed a way to wrap up their storyline and get them fully off the show. So there's a movie, Jason Mewes.
Shut up.
Well, because Kevin Smith did the Degrassi movie, or the Jay and Bob Do Canada, eh? And that was anyways.
Right on, eh?
So Jason Mewes is doing a musical autobiography, and a couple of the characters in Degrassi are trying out for roles because they have the prior relationship from Jay and Silent Bob Do Canada. So we see Manny Santos go, and she's trying to get down to LA to audition for the lead role, and Paige Michalchuk had been cast in the lead role, and she ends up becoming a diva and all this shit. But it ended up being like an hour and a half movie. It was entertaining enough. And it was, canon, so I had to watch it to keep moving forward.
Sure.
I'm upset because Manny Santos is one of my favorite characters. Now she's not on the show. Too bad. But the funny thing is, Cassie Steele, who's the actress that plays Manny Santos, after she left Degrassi, she went on to be on a show on, I think it was UPN at the time, where she had moved to LA to become an actress. So essentially, this set up her next show. The other funny thing about this is it It was on like CTV or whatever the Canadian channel was.
CTV, yeah.
And this is kind of at the time where they started doing those lower third ads.
Yes. Hated those fucking things.
Lower third ad. Series premiere of Vampire Diaries next Tuesday.
Wow.
On this show, and this was, again, her last appearance on the show, was Nina Dobrev, who goes on to be the star of Vampire Diaries. So I'm like, I'm watching the show with her in it, and you're advertising in 3 days the show that she's now going to be on is premiering. So I thought that was funny.
There was I can't remember if it was Cleveland Show or American Dad, but they were doing those advertisements, but they were fake advertisements, and they were like kind of part of the show in itself, and it was hilarious.
Family Guy did it a few times too.
Yeah.
So it was probably Cleveland Show.
Yeah.
It was probably all three of them, really. I mean, it's all the same.
So how was the movie overall? Like,
I mean, it was good. It was as good as any episode of Degrassi.
okay.
There was huge leaps in logic. So again,
Just like
as
every
good
episode
as
of Degrassi.
any episode of Degrassi. Yeah. One of the characters has graduated high school and is now a mechanic. So the school principal is like, "Hey, I need you to fix up the school bus before school starts." And his plan is to take the school bus and drive everybody down to LA. And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna take more than 2 days to drive from Toronto to LA.
From Toronto to
That's
LA.
where Degrassi is Toronto.
In 2 days.
Yeah.
Not
And
even if you drive 24 hours.
So he gives him the keys to the bus, and school starts in a week. And
Did
he's
he
like,
put NOS on that shit, or what's going on here?
and it breaks down every 30 minutes.
God damn it.
So he's like, I need it back in tip-top shape in a week when school starts. And somehow he drove to LA, spent like 2 days there, and drove back in the same. I'm like, no.
So for those of you who don't know, Toronto's north of New York.
Yes, it is like east. I mean, not quite coast, but very much eastern
Oh,
Canada. Yeah. So you're not gonna drive from New York to LA and back in under a week.
No.
Let alone like, hey, I'm on a school bus with a bunch of minors that have no parental guidance. Let's go across the border twice.
Yeah.
Right?
I've seen that movie too.
Yeah.
It's not on YouTube. It's a RedTube video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Anyways, so that's
Okay.
the one movie I watched.
Okay.
But I did go through. I have like 82 movies on my queue to watch right now. It's fucking ridiculous.
I have less movies because I canceled my Netflix discs.
Okay. Yeah.
Cancel Netflix discs.
I did subscribe to Movie Pass, by the way.
Oh, snap. Do you want to go see a movie Saturday morning?
I don't have my card yet.
Doesn't matter.
Then yeah.
As long as, like, AMC takes digital,
Okay.
and now the Movie Pass will generate a ticket digital, just that
then
QR
absolutely.
code.
What are we going to see?
I want to see it.
Okay, I'm down.
Dice. All right. So here's what I watched. I watched
'Kay.
4 movies.
Okay.
First one, Disney Kingdoms Born in China. Amazing.
Is this the documentary about the sweatshop animation studios that make all the Disney movies?
I wish.
Okay.
So the Disney Kingdoms is their nature documentaries.
Okay.
And they're all amazing. Born in China is about pandas,
Okay.
snow leopards, red-faced orangutans, and a certain type of like antelope that are all indigenous to China.
Okay.
And the story all takes place about each one at infancy and how they're raised and what happens in their life as these animals. It's narrated by John Krasinski.
Okay.
Like, they're all narrated by huge people. Brad Pitt did one. George Clooney's done one.
Well, sure.
Like,
It's a tax write-off.
yeah, of course. These movies are fantastic. They're beautiful shots.
Okay.
You'll see footage, just amazing footage. Really good. Always breaks my heart. Every goddamn time.
Well,
one
sure.
of the parents dies, and it just wrecks my shit. Chimpanzee is narrated by Tim Allen. The whole clan got killed but one who escaped. Oh my god.
Tell me he grunts as part of his
He
narration.
did not.
It's a wasted opportunity.
Right?
Yeah.
So Chimpanzee is super good. Broke my heart. Born
Okay.
in China, same thing.
Okay.
Heart broken.
Got it.
And the after credits was super fun because the orangutans and monkeys knew the camera people were there.
Okay.
So they started fucking with their gear. And one of them became fascinated looking at the viewfinder on the video camera. So he
Okay.
would sit on the video camera and just look through the viewfinder. And every time they moved it, he would follow and just look through the viewfinder. Like, that was his
Interesting.
fascination, was
Okay.
the viewfinder. One of them constantly played with the walkie because he hit the clear button and go beep beep. And he knew which button to hit and he would beep beep it. Beep,
Okay. Okay.
beep, beep. But regardless, like, that was the after credits. The actual movie in itself, phenomenal.
Okay.
The next movie I watched, Baywatch.
Okay. This one's on my list.
It was funny.
Okay.
Like, I'll never watch it again.
No. It's a one-time only deal.
It really is a one-time only deal. It's very clear that Zac Efron is clearly on roids.
Okay.
There's no way he got that big. Like, we know The Rock is on roids.
Well, sure.
But, like, Efron, you are very clearly on roids as well.
Fair enough.
I think it's really funny, all the throwbacks to the original Baywatch, Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson and the names.
Oh, are they in it?
They're in it.
Okay, nice.
And it's funny because Hasselhoff played Mitch.
Yep.
The Rock plays Mitch.
Oh, okay.
They talk to each other and call each other Mitch. Like, it's really funny. They clearly don't take themselves seriously.
Sure.
The opening scene is, like, the opening title credits when it says Baywatch.
Yeah.
Is The Rock walking through flames and two dolphins jumping through the air, chest bumping.
Okay.
And you're just like, well, I know I don't have to take anything in this movie seriously.
Fantastic.
And I don't.
All right, maybe I'll watch that. I got a lot of free time tomorrow, so maybe I'll watch that.
And it was are you not working tomorrow?
No, fuck that.
All right. It was a fun watch.
Okay.
You know what was not a fun watch?
What's that?
The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise.
No. Why would you think it would be?
Holy shit, was that?
To be fair, the original with Brendan Fraser wasn't that good of a watch
That's
either.
not the original.
Well,
Remember, this Mummy is based off the Universal Studios Mummy.
okay. Actually, no, I thought this was a remake of the Brendan Fraser.
No, so what Universal Studios is doing...
They're
is,
making their shared monster universe.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's all based off of their original franchises.
Oh, okay.
Like the black and white
Okay.
stuff. This movie was fucking horrible.
It's got Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Like, bad horrible.
Okay.
And watching the John Wick not documentary, but the YouTube videos,
yeah.
really ruined this for me.
Okay.
Because you see Tom Cruise holding a assault rifle with one hand shooting people like and you're just like, well, this looks so bad. Like, looks so fake. So the premise of the movie, I'm going to float this by you. Tell me, at what part do you call bullshit? He's a sergeant in the military, and he convinces one of the other members of his platoon that while they're in Iraq and Mesopotamia, all these other places, to go grave robbing.
I call bullshit right there.
Okay. And to sell the items on the black market.
Okay.
He ends up sleeping with an archaeologist.
That's double bullshit.
Who then
Turns out it's Indiana Jones.
So, I mean, that would be good. To steal her information to go even more grave robbing. They're out grave robbing where they shouldn't be. They get attacked, so they call in an unauthorized airstrike. That actually happens. And that's what unearths the tomb where the mummy's at.
Wow. Yeah, this is horrible.
Yeah. And then, so the sarcophagus is lowered into a pool of mercury. Because mercury keeps evil at bay, is the belief of the Egyptians, right?
Okay.
It's not warm, but it's still in a liquid state.
Sure.
Fine. And she's explaining how the pulley systems aren't designed to pull it up, but to keep it down. Hey, bitch, if they wanted to keep the casket down, why would there be a pulley system at all? Pulleys are ropes. There's not enough tension or pressure to keep something down.
Right.
So he cuts the rope and it lifts the thing up.
Done.
And I'm all like, God damn. Like,
unless there's like a giant stone attached to... No, that wouldn't even... No, I'm done. No, I'm out.
Here's the thing. Giant stone. Lowered sarcophagus. Cut the rope, which means it's no longer attached to the stone.
Yeah.
So how come when the stone fell, this thing raised up?
Right.
The rope's been disconnected. He fucking cut it.
Yeah.
How do you cut a rope that is now not attached to anything and it lifts something up?
All right, cool. I don't ever have to watch this movie now.
23 minutes, and I'm all like, nope. Free on an airplane. I still can't do this.
No.
Still
it's
can't
done.
do this.
Done. Real quick, you touched on John Wick.
Yeah.
I happened to hear an interview with Keanu Reeves literally the day after we recorded. And apparently he holds the record for the longest, I guess, gunfight scene uncut.
Oh, continual gunfight scene.
Yeah. So apparently most of those scenes, they go 6-7 shots.
Oh, yeah.
Cut, reset.
Oh, yeah.
43. Fucking, that's a beast right there. And it was all tactically correct, like you were saying, because of that training that he did.
There's a movie called The Protector. which
Okay.
my friends and I like to call "Where's My Elephant?"
Okay.
Because the whole premise of this movie is in Thailand, someone, this corrupt, mafia type, steal this kid's elephant. It's all on his quest to get his elephant back, and he's like a amazing martial artist.
Okay. The Protector.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just mental note to watch it later.
Yeah. There's one scene. He goes up. It's something like, I can't remember. I think it's like 10 flights of stairs fighting people the whole way. One shot.
Okay.
Never break it. It's all the same shot. You're just like, holy shit.
I think we talked about this when we were talking about the first season of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because, like...
The hallway fight.
Yeah. Which is the same concept. So
yeah.
anyways, was that all your movies?
No, so I turned off The Mummy and watched Creed.
Fucking, I love that movie.
Great movie.
Fantastic.
Great movie.
Way better than Balboa or...
Now, I liked Balboa, but I still think Creed was better.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed Balboa.
I feel like Rocky 4 was the pinnacle.
Okay.
And then you had Rocky 5 with Tommy Gunn.
Ooh.
And you had Balboa that was a little bit, maybe a little higher than that. But then I think Creed brought it back.
Creed's good.
And they're going to make it Creed 2.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, because I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
I just know they want to. And that's it for my movies.
Okay. I got one bit of TV/movie news.
I also have movie news, so go ahead.
Okay. So I sent you a message this morning about this news.
Okay.
T-Mobile announced
Yes.
this morning.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, T-Mobile, the Un-carrier, they try to do all these crazy shit to get their customers like good deals and perks and shit like that.
And they got you.
So they had an event this morning. They called it Un-carrier I don't know what the fuck it was. Anyways, their big announcement was now if you are a T-Mobile subscriber, you get Netflix for free. They will pay your Netflix bill based on the standard streaming price.
So my question to you is twofold.
'Kay.
One, only for new T-Mobile or any
Nope.
existing?
Any existing.
Okay.
Because I'm already existing as of like last weekend.
And then the second question is, do you have to pay extra if you want the perks, or do you have to pay for the whole membership if you want perks? Like additional screens and...
Oh, so what they like? That's what I was saying. So they cover what they call the Netflix streaming standard package, which is your $9.95 a month, 2-screen high def.
Right.
If you want more than that, if you want to go to the premium, which is your 4-screen, because that's really the only thing up from that as far as the streaming packages, they pay the $9.99 a month or whatever,
You
it is,
just pay the
and then you
difference.
pay the rest.
That's totally worth it.
So so like right now, I'm a Netflix subscriber and I'm a T-Mobile customer. So they roll this out, I think, on the 12th. So they'll send me a link, and I just go connect my Netflix account, and then they just pay that bill. So if I have an account that has the premium subscription or streaming plus DVD, they will pay that, and then Netflix charges me the balance.
Right. Okay. That's
But
pretty
I'm
cool.
like, fuck, I got unlimited HD streaming on my phone already anyways. So they're going to pay for me to watch Netflix? Down. I'm
Done.
I'm good.
Sounds good to me.
So,
That's a win.
yeah. So what was your news?
Episode 9, Star Wars Episode 9 made an announcement this morning that they have fired their director. So this is the third Star Wars movie where they fired a director midstream.
Yeah. At what point does George Lucas just come back?
Like, everyone keeps saying it's because of Lucasfilms. It's because of Lucasfilms
Oh, yeah.
difficulties and whatnot. And when can we just agree? You know what? We're gonna live in the past and not move forward.
Can we just stop making Star Wars movies?
keep making Star Wars movies? Stop tying them in to the originals.
Okay.
Go crazy in the past. Go in the future. Go in a different part of the galaxy. Just don't say the word Skywalker or Millennium Falcon.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Right?
Okay. Before we move on to comics, I have one other news thing. I don't know if you heard about this. I just heard about this morning. Not related to TV or movies or comics, but alcohol.
I love alcohol.
I do too. And I realized after I left the liquor store on my way here, I realized I missed a golden opportunity here. But are you aware of the lawsuit against the Kona Brewing Company?
No.
Okay. This is where I missed my opportunity. I should have just brought some Kona beer.
Now, Kona's part of...
The Craft Brew Alliance.
Which is owned by... 33% is owned by Anheuser-Busch.
Yes. Okay. Actually, I can make this work. You got that bottle of Irish cream over there?
You mean this one?
That one. And I want to make sure before I... where was this actually made?
Ireland.
Product of Ireland. Okay, we're going to go with... Yes, okay, made in Ireland. Great. So, Kona Brewing, if you were to guess where a bottle of pipeline porter was brewed, what would you say?
I would say it's brewed in Woodinville, Washington, and North Carolina.
Close enough. But would you look at that bottle and say, "Oh, this was made in Hawaii"?
If I did not know better, yes.
Okay.
But I know that they have an agreement for their beer to be brewed in other facilities around America.
Okay. So reading this bottle, it says bottled for TJ Caroline and Son in Abilene, whatever, Ireland.
Right.
It says right on there. If you pick up a package of any of the Kona Brewing, it lists brewed in one of our brewery locations, and it lists Seattle and Portland and Maryland, or Baltimore and Tennessee.
Okay.
And one other. There's like 5 locations. It says right on the packaging where it's brewed. There is a lawsuit, a civil action lawsuit against Kona Brewing for giving the false impression that all of their alcohol is brewed in Hawaii.
That's a stupid lawsuit.
Absolutely. But they're saying based on the design of the packaging and the fact that all the bottles say Liquid Aloha, and they're all named after things that give people the feeling of Hawaii, but they're not actually brewed in Hawaii, that it's false advertising, and that these people should be compensated because of their mental woes.
So then let me ask you this question. Where's New Belgium brewed?
Right. So I had this conversation with my wife when I got home. She loves Malibu rum. Do you know where Malibu rum is made?
Sure as hell not Malibu.
Canada.
There it is.
But does she feel cheated when she drinks Malibu rum when she finds out that it's not made in Malibu? No, because she's fucking drinking it because she likes it.
Right.
Which is problem number 1, but we'll ignore that.
She's cute.
I know. So a similar lawsuit happened a couple years ago against Beck's. Beck's is a German-style beer. Nowhere on it does it say brewed in Germany.
Sure.
It's brewed in St. Louis.
There you go.
But there was a lawsuit saying that you're giving the impression that you're a German beer by having this certain packaging.
No. That's fucking marketing.
That lawsuit got thrown out.
Good. Read a label. Read a fucking label.
That Kona Brewing did not. The judge agrees that it's deceptive labeling.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's because the lawsuit was filed in California. And California has a Consumer Protection Act, which says that you are protected from false advertising. So these people that have drank, and they admit, I've drank tons of this beer, and I never knew that it wasn't brewed in Hawaii.
So what? So fucking what?
Right. Do you like the beer? Then who gives a fuck where it's brewed? It pisses me off. So I just want to go buy a bunch of Kona beer now just to support them.
Fine, let's do
And
it.
to be fair, they have breweries. So here's how their system works. If you were in Hawaii and you get a bottle or a draft beer while you're in Hawaii, it comes from actual distilleries in Hawaii.
Yes, it does.
The mainland is all done through those other breweries. And it says all this on the packaging.
Because the whole point is the transportation,
Exactly.
the beer's going to go bad. So
if they brew it on the mainland in Hawaii and you're trying to drink it in New Jersey, you're never going to get that shit before it goes bad.
No. It's like
you're going to pay $10 a bottle.
Red Hook brews everything on one side of the Mississippi in Seattle, the other side in North Carolina.
Exactly. So, same thing. So I read that news story today. I actually read through the whole docket, the legal docket, and I'm like, this is
people are
such
dumb.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
like, what does it matter?
So fuck those people. Fuck the state of California for holding their argument up in court. Go drink yourself a goddamn pipeline porter or a big wave or a longboard lager.
I'm gonna
support good beer.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna buy a 12-pack of Kona tonight.
Okay. All right, that's my rant.
Comics.
Here's my new rant.
Oh,
I bought no comics this week
I don't even know you.
because when I went to buy them from Comixology, I have an Amazon store card.
Yeah.
And that's how I buy my comics, and then at the end of the month I just pay the card off. It wouldn't accept my Amazon store card. It was asking for an expiration date. And the Amazon store card doesn't have an expiration date.
Oh, weird.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to deal with this shit right now, so I just didn't buy any. I would have bought 15 comics.
Okay.
Because I didn't buy last week because we didn't record. We recorded on Tuesday, so I was buying all of them.
I have this weekend last week with me, which have no fear. I have something we can talk about.
Okay.
Let me tell you what's on my list this week, though.
Fantastic.
And why I have so many trades I don't want.
Yeah.
So the first thing is Superman number 30, Scales and Scoundrels number 1, Red Hood and the Outlaws annual number 1, Nightwing 28, Infamous Iron Man number 11, Iron Man Generations. It's the one shot about the legacy.
Yep.
Daredevil 26, Batman number 30.
Okay.
I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So about my pulls, I've canceled Batman,
Okay.
but I'm on the hook for because you order by previews 2 months in advance, so I'm on the hook for 2 more.
Got it.
Fine.
Sure.
This fucking issue was the worst.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm gonna spoil it for you.
Go ahead.
Because I need your reaction.
Yeah. You find out both of them are Clayface?
Batman is now on the Joker side as long as Joker agrees not to kill.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And he's gone through and pretty much dismantled he's on the Riddler side as long as he agrees not to kill. He's gone through and pretty much dismantled all of Joker's people. So now it's just the Joker and Kite Man.
Fucking Kite Man.
Fuck you, Tom King.
Oh. Yeah, I should probably drop that one.
Also, I have previews.
Uh-huh.
And with previews comes Marvel previews for
Sure.
free and the new issue of Image Plus.
Right. With witches?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Image Plus is usually not free. It's usually $2. The reason that this one's free is because it's issue 1 of volume 2. So they're trying people to sign up.
And it's free with previews. You pay for previews?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
I mean, you just have to pay costs, so it's $1.50.
Still. You're paying to get stuff spoiled for you? You just go to CBR for free.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Image Plus is actually pretty
top 10
cool.
spoilers this week.
It shows you like a little bit of certain issues and gives you interviews. I don't pay for it. I'll just read the free issues.
Sure.
Like I said, issue 1 of every volume is always free with previews. Okay, let's talk about these.
Yeah, I'm curious
4
why you
fucking
have
trades.
these.
Yeah, I'm not really happy about this.
Okay.
Not really happy about this. So I have X-Men Gold number 1, which I wanted to purchase.
Okay.
I have Aquaman Volume 3, which I wanted to purchase.
Do you have 1 and 2?
I do.
Okay.
I have X-Men Blue and Weapon X number 1, neither of which I wanted to purchase.
So why did you?
So,
and where did these come from?
these came from Discount Comic Book Supplies.
There goes our fucking
not in stock
sponsorship.
trades, Discount Comic Book Supplies. Now, I have no one to blame but myself.
Okay.
And I can admit that.
Fair enough.
So I was very curious about how you place an order on previews.
Okay.
So we've talked about how it works, so I'm not going to go into it again. So I logged into the account with the previews, and I was like, all right, well, can I search via previews number? Yep, that works. Add to cart. Okay, can I search via title? Oh, add to cart. Oh, can you put this on a subscription? Like, I was just tinkering to see how the service worked. Cool. So I added them out. I was playing around with it. That was the end of it, right? Done. What I did not realize is when the previous orders get submitted, whatever's in your cart automatically gets submitted.
Oh, I don't like that.
Right? It's very clear. If you click on your cart, it says it very clearly. Everything in here will be submitted on an order preview date XYZ.
Okay.
And there is a clear cart button. There's a clear individually. I just fucking...
But, okay. It's great that there's the disclaimer there.
A disclaimer.
But 99.9% of websites don't work that way. So
I agree.
It's hard when you're the exception to that.
No doubt. No doubt. So partially on my fault, partially their fault. So I can't be too angry because I ordered it from Discount Comics, not in stock. So it's actually cheaper than in stock.
Oh, really?
I paid $7 for each one of these trades. So Weapon X cover price, $15.99.
It's weird that they sell it cheaper when they own both sites.
Because you're doing it in advance, so they know how many to order from previews. So you get even more discount.
That makes sense.
Aquaman, $20. Still only paid $7 for it.
Okay.
So while I should be a little upset, I'm not.
Okay.
I learned my lesson. I still got them for dirt fucking cheap.
There you go.
So it is what it is.
We still got to get those guys sponsors.
Still
Just don't let them listen to this portion.
Yeah, we'll just tell them this episode doesn't exist. It's like episode, what was it?
1 through 3? Oh, no. 214.
Yeah. Oh, man. 214 or 216. One of those was
the
amazing.
fucking best episode ever.
Best
You guys are missing out on that.
Really
Sorry.
are. So yeah.
Shout out to Dave Grohl. Thanks for showing up.
His new album drops.
Oh, really?
The new Foo Fighters album.
Okay. Have you read any of those trades yet, by the way? No. Okay.
I read the first issue of X-Men Gold, and it's all the characters I like, so I'm excited about it. But yeah, I know. So since you haven't read any comics, let's not talk about this week.
Okay.
Let's talk about Morning Glories.
Okay. I'm down with that.
All right. Okay.
Love this book. Upset that they canceled it early. Or concluded it early. They didn't cancel it.
I read the first trade.
Okay.
Read it on my flight, on my iPad.
So this is the first like 5 issues, 6 issues?
First 5 issues.
Okay. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I am super, super surprised that it starts off just fucked up from the beginning.
Right?
I thought it was going to slowly build into being fucked up.
No.
And it's like, oh no, opening panel. Okay, good.
Yeah. Like, yeah, first page, you're like, the fuck just happened? And then, hey, 5 years per year. Or whatever.
And then they kill Casey's parents in front of her. And like, you're just like, so we're not even going to lead up to shit. Like, we're just jumping in.
Right. And you're like, is this some sort of trick? And then, no, they really fucking died.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
They're dead. I really enjoyed it. The pervy character I don't really like, but I'm not supposed to like him.
No,
I'm sure he might get a little better as time goes on.
Nope. That's one of my favorite things is he doesn't. They keep him just a fucking asshole the entire time.
Good. I like Yoon. I'm not sure what his deal is yet.
Is it you though?
Oh, because there's the 2.
Oh.
Because remember the name? Yeah. Not sure yet.
To be fair, I'm still not sure.
Yeah. So I like that. I like the book. I like where the characters are kind of going.
Yeah.
I think Casey will make a solid lead character for a while. I don't know if I want to put up with her for all 50 issues as my lead, though.
Okay.
So I'm kind of hoping not.
I would say one of the things that this book does really well is they will focus on one character for an arc or two, and then they'll shift to another.
Fantastic.
So you actually get like a lot. It's very Lost. It really is. Did you watch Lost?
I did not.
Okay. They do a lot of backstory on each character, and you learn a lot, and they'll bring new characters in throughout, and yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
So I like it. I read the first 4 trades are available on Comixology Unlimited.
Okay.
But not the rest.
Okay.
So it's just enough to give you a taste. So I did sign up for Comixology Unlimited.
Okay.
It's $5.99 a month.
Yeah.
It's worth it because it did exactly what I wanted it to do. I read that first trade. I liked it enough where I'm like, you know what? I'm now going to buy this.
Okay. So let me ask you this about the trades. Do they put the backup matter in there?
I don't remember.
Okay. Because about I want to say maybe a third of the way through the series, they start having right for the letters column. I guess it's supposed to be like some guy that's analyzing them, but I think it's just the writers trying to give you more insight into it. So they have let's look at this thing that let's look at this thing that happened and how this ties back to 50 issues ago. So it helps you start making some of these connections.
Usually trades do have that in it.
Okay.
I have decided I'm not going to get traditional trades for this.
Okay.
I will be purchasing the hardback deluxe.
Oh, okay.
Which does usually come with a little bonus material.
Yep.
The reason I'm doing the hardback deluxe, they are between $17 and $24 on InStockTrades.com.
Oh, that's not bad.
And they have all of them.
Yeah.
So you're getting 2 trades for that price, hardback, oversized.
Yep.
Extra material. I'm in.
Yeah,
So-
and Eisma's art in here is really good to me.
Fantastic.
Like, it fits this story really well.
Really does.
It's not over the top. Everything's, fairly, cartoony, sure, but fairly realistic in terms of like how it's done. It's not Liefeld, but it's not Scotty Young.
No, and I liked it. Like, you're right. There is a cartoon aspect of it, but it's still good. The details, the headmistress, like it all. I liked it. I'm looking forward to getting those books and reading them.
Okay, great.
So I guess that's it for me this week then.
That's all I got.
We'll be back next week.
I'll be here.
There it is.
All right.
See you next week.
See you.